Today is about Dementia Action Week. It's about raising awareness. In particular, today is about engaging South Asian communities. So we've got together with the University of Liverpool, the University of Manchester and the Alzheimer's Society to bring together representatives from the South Asian community and representatives from research. We're going to have some conversations around raising awareness in dementia and how people can get involved in dementia research, either as participants or as advisors in advisory roles. So we have people who are representative, who are already in those positions, who will be talking to us today.
We do know that there are huge inequalities in terms of, first of all, the risk of developing dementia between the South Asian community and the white community, predominantly because of the high prevalence of certain risk factors of what we call the causes of dementia that are very high within the South Asian community compared to the white population. So risk factors such as diabetes, for example, are usually highly prevalent among the South Asian community. So the data makes it very clear that the South Asian community is at greater risk of dementia.
Dementia is surrounded by lots of stigma and myths, and so there are huge barriers for the South Asian community when accessing support and diagnosis as well.
For many years, we've done a lot of remarkable work in dementia research in terms of knowing what to do to improve people who are living with dementia and their careers in the general population. But what we currently realize is that there's a stark inequality, usually between majority white populations and minority ethnic populations, such as the South Asian community. Now, one of the big aims is to try and bridge that particular gap. And we can only do that if we involve the South Asian community in research to understand what we ought to be focusing on, what are the priorities and what we can actually do about that.
The impact of dementia on a South Asian family is huge. There are lots of barriers to accessing support in terms of culturally appropriate support and language barriers as well. So it can be quite devastating for a South Asian family.
Today we're hoping that it's going to be a moment of celebration. There's a lot that the South Asian community have done in the past in terms of their involvement in research, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to celebrate all those positive stories today, but also a moment to reflect on some of the challenges that we have faced in the past and involving the South Asian community in research, and then to take some very key actions forward in terms of how to improve that.
Dementia doesn't have to be devastating. There's lots of evidence to show, and we see it every single day, that people with dementia can live well with the condition.
Being involved in dementia research, it's really wide and varied. There are so many different types of studies. You don't have to have dementia to take part, although researchers really need more volunteers with a diagnosis of dementia and those that support them. It may be looking at trialling alternative therapies like reading or listening to music or taking light physical exercise. It might be testing new medications to slow down the progression of the disease, or sharing your experiences of supporting a member of the family with a researcher to improve support services going forward.
Getting involved in dementia research is easy. There's lots of ways of getting involved, and the impact is huge. It gives us a better sample of people. We have inclusive treatments and support for everybody living with dementia.